I came back from the third break now, and it looks like we managed to sort out their supply problem. I'll be providing them with the supply. Another thing interesting enough took place here. It's while I was gone, people working as my substitutes, deputies, have ordered some of the divisions from our North Africa to leave, and they have left. To be precise, it could be a bug, but I think the AI just disbanded 5 divisions, and now my Africa Corps just doesn't have the strength. So I'm sending 3 additional light armor divisions here to North Africa, and that's it. So hopefully that's gonna be enough. Obviously that's devastating, but let's assume that those divisions were overrun and defeated. Another thing, this area right here, it just simply cannot be taken due to the fact that the enemy or us, we destroyed infrastructure, so nobody can stay here really. There's no way to actually stay here, and that's the problem. In any case, I'm going to attach the 5th Tank Army to the 2nd Social Media Army Group, and that's it. Here it looks like we are stuck, and we're stuck for good. Obviously we're in a very good defensive position, but this is not going to do as much. Furthermore, I need some more consumer goods to pay for whatever. What's missing there? And we'll try to keep supply balanced. Now the fuel. Looks like the fuel is also a problem, so we're going to add fuel, and we're not going to think about it because I'm not sure where exactly it's being used. In any case, here for as long as the infrastructure is so badly damaged, nothing is going to save us. Furthermore, let's go to Italy and see. Let's stop the land lease. No, that's fine. Okay, so it looks like those were expeditionary forces that that were sent, and it wasn't disbanded troops. So we are going to retrieve these expeditionary forces, and we won't be sending any more light armor. So for 1 second there I thought that my previous commanders completely went mad. Your Highness, the Expeditionary Force 16th Witted Division, earlier sent by us to Italy, have returned to our control. Okay, that's what I like to see. We do have considerable forces here, but without the infrastructure supporting our El Hammam, nobody's gonna have this. Nobody. Absolutely nobody. We can, for example, advance. We're at the forefront here, and undoubtedly this is gonna be a huge fight. They will suffer from lack of supply, so that's like the only good thing about this. They do have some serious firepower with them, and the Australians with 3 divisions are currently holding this up, and we will undoubtedly hit them pretty darn good now that they are fighting in this region that doesn't have infrastructure. That means everybody is in trouble, to say it kind of lightly. And would you look at that? During the struggle, 9,934 of our troops were killed, and 1,163 of theirs has been killed. We won't gain anything by advancing here, really, so we're gonna stay here and wait for this area to end up with a much better infrastructure. The Italians will move in, as you can see. However, to what success, it's unclear. Look at that, they're already running, and the British will just simply take this over, and we may start hitting them again in turn, and it's gonna be another massacre. Our troops here are suffering greatly, really greatly. It's just really bad. Furthermore, we're being bombed. Okay, I'm going to withdraw from the battlefield here. I'm going to rebase my air fleet here. Okay, I'm being hit by their bombers. And here, oh, what's that? They don't have supply, I see. Okay, what if you go to Dobrog then? Without the supplies, they're unable to do much. So what we're gonna do, let us only leave 2 squadrons and see if those can be supplied. So let's see. Looks like they can have enough fuel but no ammunition, while we are being consistently hit here. In any case, I'm not gonna go through this, because I can't really do anything about this. Okay, I'm still having many units in awful supply. I did give the Nazis quite a bit of supply, and it's unclear just how this is gonna work out. In any case, here we are stuck, and we are stuck for good. No, we won't have any rationing just yet. And here my air units will not be supplied, so we'll go back. Go back and stay there. Furthermore, the force is starting to show up, and the infrastructure here just cannot be sustained long enough. They will counterattack us, and they will undoubtedly win this. I wonder if there is any other way do it. No, it looks like this is the best thing that they came up with. They just kind of made this into a crater haven, and that's it. What we're gonna do here, let's take a look at our politics, and it looks like we are at the majority now. We're just going to increase our national unity further then. Peter Division, Africa Corps, Africa Corps, Africa Corps, Second Africa Corps, and we'll have Second Africa Corps. Furthermore, annual national focus. Let's go for balanced focus and boost existing factories. Just build new factories. Economic boost, short-term investment, national recruiting policy. Let's put a strict filter on who can fight. Okay, that's good. And this just probably most likely cannot be held. But we can try. We can certainly try. What we need to do is, I think we need to kind of get into that city there. If only all my troops wouldn't retreat suddenly. We have won the battle there. Battle for Al Hammam. We're being attacked from here. And then there's battle for Al Iskandria. And there are over 200,000 British, Egyptians, Indians or Indian British, Canadians and Australians there fighting like crazy. And we don't have much infrastructure here. Soon our divisions will end up shattered, I guess. Look at that, one division ended up being shattered already. Most of the people have died, and we're still holding this. We're holding this, and another division ended up being shattered. It's a major defeat for us, and this will affect our troops. Look at that, our entire corps has been shattered. 23,000, mostly Yugoslavian troops have died in this battle. So it was a complete and absolute massacre of our troops. A major defeat, so to speak. And not much can be said about this. Okay, we're gonna send a high command to Tobruk now. Right, this just simply cannot be won now. Look at that, just reinforcing one corps would require us a considerable number of industrial capacity to achieve that. And it looks like this area will change hands consistently. And that's it. These divisions will soon be ready to fight again. Okay, we can fly tanks here and create a very powerful tank division. A division that can do a lot of damage. Obviously these are light tanks. Oh, look at that. Keen one descent. Let's lose one organization. We won't blame the officers. Okay, I want these tanks to the front line. And here we'll just wait. So one thing's for sure, Yugoslavs will certainly fight. There's no way to go around this, and I think that we're gonna be stuck here for a very long time now. If only we could kind of at least hold this position for some time. It looks like even that cannot be done really. So we're moving in once again. And it's pretty much Yugoslavians against them, and our divisions are just being completely wiped out consistently in this battle, and at least they have where to retreat, so that's the only good thing about this. However, the British or Australians in this case particularly are suffering also, so we'll just have to shift troops consistently in order to wear them down also. Bank for international settlements, not worth it. We're fighting, however they're attacking us. And so far they're doing this very effectively. The Italians are pouring in troops. The only thing we can do is we can somehow try and sustain this incredible beatdown that they're doing on us. As you can see, it looks like we're just simply not fighting on our terms. We are somehow fighting on their terms. Whatever we do, it's bad. Attacker speed minus 25. Attacker damage bonus minus 5. And so it seems that more replacements we'll need. So this is gonna be Yugoslavia's like a dark hole in history. However, we will never ever speak about this openly, and nobody will ever know that more than 100,000 Yugoslavians died in North Africa fighting English speaking and Egyptian speaking people. This battle is lasting for quite some time, as you can see here. The Italians have consistently poured in troops, and that's most likely the only thing that can be done here, I guess, is just simply attack on their positions. Surge of volunteers, and there's not enough supply for our airplanes also, unfortunately. But let's see if Crete does hold supply. Maybe. Yeah, it looks like they do have some supply here. No, not for long, they don't. So we'll soon hit them. Bam! 165 soldiers have died. And we lost a bit too much. So what can I say? Close air support, it's not working well. Here we do have a lot of soldiers, and we should hold this. Also, it looks like these divisions will be stuck here for as long as Al Hammam is in such a bad shape. Upgrades need to be looked at. see how things are going. They are attacking us with one division. And that's it. They still did quite a bit of damage. And infrastructure here is just simply not recovering. Look at that. 5,000 of theirs died. It looks like that was one of massacres on their side. In any case, probably the most important thing is not to lose this area. Afghanistan has been accepted into the Axis. And so it looks like the Soviets will have to fight them also. Okay. What about Turkey? Turkey is drifting towards allies. Sadly for us. Let's further nationalize private sector. And they will just keep attacking us, I see. With whatever they have. And we'll just be stuck here for a while. It looks to me like they're going to attack us with a different division. This will hinder our ability to regain organization. It's probably best if I retreat my troops and regain full strength for any other operation takes place. Okay, exactly what's happening. Let's increase our reinforcements further. Here the Italians will be making their advances then. Every day new troops are incoming. Approximately 1,000 new Yugoslavians arrive in North Africa. Every now and then. So here we'll probably see a never-ending struggle. Ex-German Kaiser 82 dies today at His Holiness the Day. Wilhelm II, the last Kaiser of the German Empire, passed away today at the age of 82. Wilhelm fled into exile in Netherlands at the conclusion of the First World War, after abdicating the throne and vowing never to return to Germany until the monarchy had been restored. He assumed the throne of 1888 upon the deaths of his grandfather Wilhelm I and his father Frederick III, who only reigned for 99 days. His oldest son, the former Crown Prince Wilhelm, who commanded the 5th Army during the Great War, is now the new head of the House of Hohenzollern. Okay, it looks like we have to go in and defend this area. Oh, look at that, they have decided for the motherland. Pravda reports that 12 fascists have attacked the motherland, and is there a more reliable source to arms comrades? We must show the invaders the power of Russian steamroll. Oh really? They have decided the undeclared war. Despite its normal neutrality by 1941, the United States was steadily moving towards war with Nazi Germany. After signaling the Land-Lease Act in March, President Roosevelt declared the region of the Atlantic adjacent to the Americas the Pan-American Security Zone. Within this zone, United States naval ships escorted convoys bound for Europe until 10th April 1941. The USA performed the first hostile act of World War II when the destroyer USS Niblack attacked a German U-boat and had sunk a Dutch freighter. So, They went for the motherland, but we didn't attack them just yet. However, the Nazis are preparing to attack. I don't get it, wait a second. I can't attack them, really. What am I missing here? They're at war with Soviet Union and Mongolia, okay. However, I'm not. Okay, I wasn't. I wasn't at war with the Soviet Union, it seems. And not all the nations are at war, actually. Soviet Union, surprisingly enough. But they should be. Doubtedly, they should be. And the Nazis are starting to flock now towards the Soviet Union. And this is going to be huge. Look at that tank model. This is going to be huge. In any case, let's get our Air Force to the front line. And we'll try to work things out here then. So the World War II begins, and we're gonna head to the conference where we will decide what to do next, how to fight this, and how it's gonna be. Actually, I think that we'll hit them straight through the front line. I see that they don't have too many troops here on the front line, which is good. The Romanians are advancing also. Other nations will wait a little bit, they'll prepare, and they will move out sooner or later. The Nazis are flocking to the border. Probably it's best if the Nazis make a spearhead, and in this way they successfully make the initial advance. We'll see how this will work out. Obviously, they're already running out of supply, and I kind of suspect that supply is going to be will be very short. Supply is gonna be very short. Okay, our convoys are being raided also. What we gonna do? Nothing. We're exporting supplies for cash with the Germans. Offer trade agreement. Sell supplies. Good, we're gonna sell them as many supplies as we can. Hopefully this will kind of sort the situation a little bit. And we'll make sure we have abundance of supply. They have decided destiny. Encirclement forced Germany into war in 1914 when blockade brought her to her knees. Conquest in the east will neatly solve both of those problems, allowing Germany to fulfill her destiny. The world will hold its breath. Adolf Hitler had said The world will hold its breath and fall silent when Barbarossa is mounted. The world did not fall completely silent. British Prime Minister Winston Churchill proposed a military alliance to the Soviet Union on the day of the invasion. The President Franklin D. Roosevelt offered US land lease aid 2 days later. But the world did hold its breath. In Washington, the War Department War Plans Division expected a Soviet defeat in 1 to 3 months. Sir Stafford Cripps, the British ambassador in Moscow, predicted a German victory in 3 to 4 weeks, while British Joint Intelligence Committee gave the Russians a few months on the outside. Indeed, Barbarossa appeared to be, as Hitler claimed, the greatest military operation of all time, capable of defeating the Soviet Union in a single summer's campaign. Okay, this is gonna be one of the greatest battles, one of the greatest wars ever. Now, our intelligence, first of all, already indicates us that, about the Soviet troop movements, and it doesn't look like they have that many armies, or we can't really kind of see what they really have here. In any case, it's June 1941, and we should undoubtedly doing quite a bit with them. Furthermore, I want to break some of the treaties here, really. But first, I need to check things out. Like, I don't want to ultimate trade anymore. I just want to focus on providing supplies to the Nazis so that the war could continue. And I need to make sure the Nazis have enough money. To pay for the supplies. So first of all, we will only trade with the nations that we can simply walk to. Okay. Second, we're exporting supplies to the Soviet Union. Break agreements with the Soviet Union. We're already exporting 100 supplies to the Nazis. And we'll hope to export a lot more. Where that came from. Alright. National decision, exchange the AC for resources. Not worth it right now. And if supply station doesn't clear, it's gonna be bad. Obviously, if more divisions end up in the east, then supply may be a little bit better adjusted, because then at least the fighting divisions will get enough supply. Hopefully that will be the case here. In any case, it seems that by 1941 all nations will not be involved in this conflict. That's pretty much what it is. Nazis, Romanians, and soon going to be us.